Alrighty guys, welcome back. Earlier we were talking about LeBron James breaking the NBA scoring record, ranks as top sports moment of 2023. And now, as always, towards the end of the show, we're going to be talking about our oddities of the day. We've got Wendy's again.
Oh, okay.
Something's going on with Wendy's.
Say, how you gonna talk about Wendy's when I just told you my stomach's over here? You can hear my stomach through the microphone over here
Listen,
talking.
this story was picked prior to that. So.
Wendy's, y'all need to send me some chicken nuggets, some spicy chicken nuggets.
Spicy chicken nuggets. Me too. I'll take some as well.
All right, with the nuggets, what's your dipping sauce?
Ranch.
Oh no,
With the spicy chicken nuggets, yes, ranch.
I like honey.
Honey?
Yes,
Just plain honey?
yes, honey is yes. The spicy with the sweet,
Mm-mm.
don't knock it till you try it. Ranch, ranch is kind of like saying, "Hey, it's cold outside. Put a sweater on." There's no imagination there.
Okay, come on. I grew up in the South. Ranch is like the dressing of the South. Ranch is.
Do you realize ranch is kind of like the nectar of the gods? Because in
It's so
Europe,
good.
people do not have ranch.
Love
Ranch is
ranch.
not a thing here. So when people in Europe try it, they're all stunned. Like, ranch, what is this? What is this sauce? It's
Well,
like,
ranch is not hard to make for all you out of the United States
I was like,
listeners.
what are you about to call them? Ranch is easy.
It's mayo, buttermilk, and then you just buy some ranch seasoning and then stir it up. That's all you got to do.
I don't even know if I've ever seen buttermilk here, to be honest with
Buttermilk?
you.
Really? Well, you can also make
Yeah.
your own buttermilk too. I don't know how to do that,
It's not
but
hard.
no.
But no,
Okay.
ranch is delicious.
I love
I
ranch.
can't be disrespectful on that. Ranch,
I love ranch. I use ranch a little more than I probably should when I eat certain types of foods.
are you a ranch and pizza guy, girl?
Yes, yes. Ranch and pizza. Whoever came up with that combination, they are a
Okay.
hero in my eyes.
I'm gonna give you something a little crazy, a little off the wall with that one.
Mm.
Pepperoni pizza, Thousand Island dressing.
I don't like Thousand Island.
Thousand Island dressing on pizza is just delicious. How do
Thousand
you not like
Island,
Thousand?
like it's too rich in like a savory way. You know how people say like some
Mm-hmm.
desserts are too rich? Thousand Island is too rich for me in a savory way. It's so heavy in my opinion. I don't like Thousand
And
Island.
ranch is
Nope.
it? And see, I'm not a ranch on wings. Ranch is okay on wings. I'm a blue cheese man. Always.
Ugh.
Always. Blue cheese with
Ooh.
my, come on.
Ooh. I don't
Come
use dressing
on.
at all when I eat my wings. I
Oh
like
yeah. And
I'll ask for ranch, but it'll just kind of sit there while I just eat the wings by
no,
themselves.
I'm dipping my wings in any kind of sauce they put out there. So, all right,
Okay.
let's get
So,
to we got sidetrack on here. Let's hear about my Wendy's chicken nugs.
okay, so Wendy's manager stole $20,000 after creating a ghost employee she clocked in and out for 128 shifts. A former Wendy's manager created a fake employee to pocket $20,000 in wages after clocking them in for 128 shifts, police have confirmed. Former Wendy's manager Linda Johnson, who invented a ghost employee called William Bright, clocked the fake employee in and out for shifts so she could pocket the wages. Johnson, who worked in Pennsylvania, has now been charged with theft by deception, according to the Manheim Township Police Department. The manager kept up the scheme for almost a year before being caught, according to reports. She began clocking in William Bright for shifts in June of 2021 until May of last year, when she was finally found out. During the investigation, employees said that they could never recall working with someone with that name. Then Johnson finally admitted to making the fake employee to cash in on the extra wages. Police confirmed that the paychecks were deposited into her Cash App account. After a criminal case was brought against Johnson, she then went missing, and her whereabouts were unknown as police released an appeal to the public for any information regarding her whereabouts. Johnson's crime was posted to social media as people gave their opinion to her illegal methods. One person commented condemning the former manager. "I'm not gonna lie, this is smart as hell." You can't even be mad at her. 128 shifts without anyone noticing. This new employee is insane, LMAO. Someone else commented, "I respect the hustle." Others wonder if Johnson didn't have the help of other staffers, with one writing, "She wasn't doing it alone. She must have been sharing the benefits with other staffs." It was reported that the restaurant's insurer paid out a hefty $16,000 for the incident.
Okay, go ahead, Faith. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
I mean, it's wrong, but I get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how Faith goes to prison.
But I get it. I would never, I don't know. Maybe I would do it if I was really strapped for cash. Who knows? But, I mean, minimum wage is not a affordable paycheck to be living on. And yes, she's a manager, so she's probably making more than minimum wage, but it's probably $2 to $3 more than what minimum wage is. So, and even that you can't really live off of. I tried. I have tried to live off minimum wage, and it just, you can't.
Can't do it.
Not with how rent has been lately, and inflation, and groceries being as expensive as they are, and gas being as expensive as it is, and buying clothes and shoes and all of that good stuff. Like, you can't live off of minimum wage. You just can't. So I get it. I get it. 128 shifts too. Good for you. Good for making it that long.
My first thing when I heard this, a few things popped in my head. The first one is William Bright works all night. He's just, he's taking all the late shifts.
Yeah.
That's ingenious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not condoning what she did.
Not saying it's right.
This isn't like the gas card one where I'm like, no, she didn't break a law. This is illegal. But this is illegal.
Kind of the same thing, isn't it?
No, it's not. But this is like you're clocking them in. It's like, who cleaned up the bathroom? Oh, that was William Bright. Oh, you didn't see him? And she's just collecting the check. And at those restaurants, corporate never really, checks in.
Yeah. So
you could be like, I had 3 servers, or on the slow times, you're working at Wendy's, you're flipping a couple burgers here and there. You're supposed to have 5 people on the shift. You're running 4 because William Bright's, he's on the case.
William Bright is working hard.
Yes, he is. The thing about William Bright is he never calls up. He never takes a sick day.
He's always there.
He is Mr. Dependable. Okay,
Employee
Faith.
of the month.
I am doing this from memory. So please, the details, don't hold me to this, people. But there was a story like this a few years ago, but a little different. A guy got hired at a company, and he was working at a company, and I don't know if he quit, he got fired, or he just decided, I'm no longer coming to work. But he was on the job working there for years. collecting a check and everything. And if I remember correctly, how he got busted is because he won like Employee of the Month or something like that. After hadn't been working there for years, they went to go give him his award. Nobody knew who he was. They started checking in on it. Turned out this dude hadn't been working there for years. And that's how he ended up getting busted.
Whose fault is that really, though? That they're still sending a paycheck to somebody that either got quit or was fired. Whose fault is that really?
Okay. This one, ooh, that's a great question. Because the manager, she set up a fake account. This is a dude that went there. He worked there for a short period of time and just decided, I'm not going back. Yeah. Checks kept coming. He kept cashing.
Right.
If he's
it's not his fault.
That woman, she committed fraud. That is fraud, what she did.
Yes.
The dude they just kept sending them checks. Here's, here's Faith. Here's your paycheck. Bam. Send it to you. Another one. Maybe it's even direct deposit, so you don't even have to take the money out. Is that theft? It's kind of like the guy that set the deposit slips on the bank and just wrote them out to his account. And like all these people just started depositing money into his account, thinking they just took the deposit slip off the bank thing and just wrote down the money and gave him the money. They deposit right into his account. Is that theft? Seriously. Is that the other person we already know, the Wendy's employee, you committed fraud. You going to jail, lady. But the dude that just because the guy that wrote down the deposit slips, he clearly wrote down his name and his account number. People just took it and wrote the deposit amount and gave him the money. So he did not commit fraud. And how he got off with it, I thought we covered this one. But when they took him to court and they went to arrest him, they were like, hey, he didn't fraud anyone. His name was on it, this and that. They chose to do this. So they tried to go after him for taxes, like tax evasion. And he had filed taxes on all that money. So he got all that money free. He covered all the books. He filed the taxes on it, everything. So the bank guy got off on it. He robbed the bank scot-free and never got in trouble for it. I think the guy that worked at the office, he got busted and got in trouble on that one.
I don't think he should have gotten in trouble for that. That's the company's fault. That's not that guy's fault.
You gotta find that story. You gotta find that story. I gotta. That actually happened. But yeah, he just until he won like Employee of the Month or something like that. That's when he got busted. And do you understand what kind of slackers he had to be working with? Number one, these losers didn't even realize that he stopped coming to work. Number two, their work was so bad around him that his non-work was good enough to win Employee of the Month. How bad was everybody else's work that he became Employee of the Month? Like, screw it. He's the only one that didn't screw up. Everybody else screwed up. Everybody else got negative scores. He got a 0. So, So he won. You understand what I mean? How bad work is going on at that organization that the guy that's not there end up winning an award. And that's how he gets busted.
Yeah. I mean, people learn how to cheat the system, and if they can get away with it, they.
Now, the bank guy and the Wendy's guy, they definitely cheated the system because you don't go to the bank and just drop off a stack of deposit slips over there and be like, Andrew Tate, here's my account number, here it is. Let's see how many of these jokers are like, oh, I gotta deposit my check. Here's my deposit. Oh, it's already filled out for me. Thank you. Here you go. I pick up a deposit slip and it says Faith on it. I need a new deposit slip. This got somebody else's name on it. This is not my account. You understand? Now, I could see how the Wendy's employee, because you don't even have to put nobody on the shift. You're the manager working it. You just punch them in, and nobody's the wiser.
Yep.
You're going the servers are serving, the burgers are being flipped, the place is being cleaned. There's just an extra person. So I could see her not getting caught at all. I mean, her hustle game was on point.
Yeah,
because that one's a hard one. That's a hard one to catch. She could have went on for years. There was
It's because somebody tattletaled on her. I would have been like, listen. Now, somebody from corporate's going to ask about this William Bright guy. I will give you this amount of money.
Not me. I'm too clean cut and proper talking. I can't go to prison. I am not good in prison.
I'll give you this much money if you say, yes, he works here.
Now, you can, that double tap gas card, I'll take that, but I ain't going to knowingly commit fraud because I don't want to be Bubba's prison cellmate. Nope, can't do it. I'm not committing fraud. And if you find a story that I'm in trouble, it's because I didn't know any better. I am not committing. I didn't do that stuff on purpose. Because I am way too proper talking for prison. Can't do it.
Oh, come on! You train for MMA. You can't.
Nope. I told you, Faith. I'm now 54. I can't even whoop you. I'm good. Listen. I can be hell for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then I'm all out of shape. I'm winded. My back hurt. My neck and cricked up. Then I'm in trouble.
Well, normally you wouldn't have any issues, I don't think, with a white collar crime anyway. So it's more of the...
I'm not taking any chances. I'm not going to no Shawshank Redemption for me. I picture everything like the Green Mile. Nope, I'm John Coffey. I don't need to be him.
That movie's so sad. That's so sad. I like that movie though. The only thing about that movie that really weirded me out was when he coughed up all those butterflies or moths or whatever it was.
I don't even remember that part.
I was like, what the heck?
No, I see. See, I've seen that movie once.
Oh.
Are you a person that watches movies multiple times?
Yeah. I like Tom Hanks.
Really? See, I like Tom Hanks. That's not a movie. That's one of those movies, those depressing movies. I don't need to watch them there.
Sometimes you just need a good cry, So you put on a movie that you know is going to make you cry, and then you get it all out, and you feel better afterwards.
I don't need a good cry then. I'm sorry.
Everyone needs a good cry every once in a while.
It's Tuesday, and I need to watch Titanic. Come on.
Okay, see, I like Titanic, and I've seen it a couple of times, but Titanic is too long to, have that be my designated cry movie. My designated cry movie, The Notebook is one of them, because The Notebook at the end, oh my gosh, I bawl every time I watch The Notebook. And then The Fault in Our Stars is another one. And then I actually just saw My Best Friend's Wedding for the first time yesterday with Julia Roberts, and that one made me cry too. Oh my gosh, I cried yesterday.
I teared up on one movie in my entire life. Entire life. And it's the dumbest movie ever.
What is it? What movie?
Granted, okay, I was only 5. So I was a little kid. Okay? So don't hold this. That was 50 years ago. I saw King Kong for the first time as a 5-year-old, and I cried at King Kong.
You cried.
Dead serious.
King Kong.
My theory was, as a young little Tate over here, that he was living in the jungle by himself. They captured him, brought him to New York.
Oh, and you were sad
against
about
his
that?
will, and then he
That's
tried to
kind
go. He had to break away and tried to go home, and they killed him.
That's kind of wholesome.
Do you see
that
it
you cried
as a 5-year-old?
That's honestly kind of wholesome.
That's the only movie I've ever
worried
cried
about
at
King
in my
Aw.
as a little boy because I was traumatized. I was like, leave him alone. He's hanging out on this little jungle island. He's all cool. He's chilling. He's eating.
Tate.
Gotta eat 800 bananas just to get a snack on, and then they're gonna capture his ass, tranquilize him, take him to New York, and then he's like, I want to go home, and then they use fighter jets to kill him. I was upset.
That's honestly so wholesome.
I have not been upset in a movie since then. There ain't never been a movie that made me cry except for King Kong.
You know, I've never heard someone cry from King Kong, but
no one.
You know,
do you understand
wholesome.
the thought? You got to think about it as the thought process of a 5-year-old at the time.
I understand. I get it.
This is the sweetest you've ever been to me, Faith, right here.
I get it.
This is that moment where it's like, yeah, it's okay. It's just good boy. Just move on.
I get it. I get it.
But how crazy. You know how shameful it is to admit that the only movie you have ever cried at on your entire existence is King Kong.
I can't really say anything because I cry a lot, so I'm a crier.
Oh no!
So. Like
Old Yeller, Lassie, all those.
Old Yeller bawled my eyes out. Marley and Me bawled my eyes out. Yeah, I'm a crier. I'm a big crier.
Nope, none of that. King Kong. You get a little soft spot right there, little lump in my throat.
Anyway, we got a little off track, guys, but we're gonna
just a smidgen.
You learned something new about both of us, I guess.
The affinity for King Kong all of a sudden. This segment is just turned into the King Kong segment. I don't know why.
But guys, we're going to close out the show. Thank you for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
King Kong for life.
Go home and watch King Kong. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to